Defensive mind of Lance Thomas with the screen. They don't switch in a 3.
Then move the basketball.
George at the other end after the turnover. Cantor comes out on him. Here's a 3. Huntsville, Maryland. They double with a quick trap there on Felton. Here is a shot by.
Remember that big 19 in that first half.
Paul George.
View versus the Clippers tonight.
Westbrook wide open. George triple. 1 point and a rebound away from a triple-double. Way outside George. Corner.
Rubio, 8 straight points for Utah. Trying to push tempo. Here's George, pumps up a 3. Left alone, got it. America Credit Union, you can learn more as their community involved in the town.
George for 3.
But it's part of the reason for sure.
Nice ball movement, sets up Paul George.
Great practice habits and great game preparation habits and great in-game habits.
Shot by Grant, no. Westbrook comes out with the basketball.
And transition to keep him out of the lane. Paul George fires out. They get it to Robertson. Kick to the corner. George. Back out. George for 3. And it's quick off the line. Here's George.
Cut off. Paul George. Not happening. Baseline Paul George. It's happening for OKC. George, a 3. The kick. Baseline. George fires.
Him working down low. He's good at getting the free throw line. George left below. Outside for 3. One pass shots of Greenus beats the 5-second count. George at the 3-point line, and now
Paul George eases into it.
Became a big storyline last year was how well he defended.
Paul George got the handle on the Adams screen, raising, forced to give it off. George a 3. Bing!
Our far side, near side on the camera. Here's Westbrook outside, triggering.
Fox is on Felton. Here's Paul George, and he answers. Here's Carmelo Anthony into the corner for Paul George, and Darren Fox 4 of 8 from the field.
He's just telling us the word came out of Mike Malone drop. We cannot turn it over.
Cutting, kicks it outside. Johnson saves the play to the corner. George for 3.
So far in this ball game.
Thunder has hit its last 7 shots. George looking to make offensive rebound. He's just too strong on the shot. Going to give it up to George. I love what Gallo brings to the broadcast. I love what Paul George. George.
All hands for both teams.
George on the 3. And then he closes late on the 13-14 season. George from Felton for 3. Just 2 assists in the game.
Push the Mavericks away.
Kick it outside. Felton back outside to George for 3.
Paul George.
Anthony, now Paul George. He comes off the screen. Start for the Spurs. 29-13 Thunder. Westbrook. Back out George. Open 3.
Westbrook thought he'd go to Adams instead. Paul George, 12th overall when he was selected 5 years ago. Too good a look for Paul George. Over 8-point game, and it'll be Paul George on the lapels though. 14 of 17 at the stripe. PG-13 wide open. Westbrook on the run. Boy, he cleared some space. Paul George up by 7. It'll be George off the rub and the.
George outside for 3. George off the rub. Westbrook going to pull up at the 3-point line. Iguodala nearly beheaded him in the process. George by himself for 3.
Spotted up in the corner. He'd have been wide open. Felton.
George for 3. On the drive of dish. George on the way to a team that really was struggling to find its identity. You can't do that to him.
George gets another wide open look.
He can develop into a player like Thabo Cephalosha. George for 3.
Tough, boy. I tell you, he is one of the greatest streak shooters.
Westbrook kicks it out. George hooks it out. George measuring. George off the rub from practically got it to 8 in the 3rd quarter. George in the corner. Adams clears some space. Lamb falls down. George backs up behind.
It's just too good of a player.
On the pick and roll, Adams makes the extra pass. George into the corner.
George, his 3.
Man.
George hits the
Matchups in this one.
Paul George spotting up. Hits it back again. Double team. George, same spot. Grant finds George. George, open look. Westbrook back out. George steps up, three-pointer. It's there from Covington. Pass inside, back up top. Paul George a three.
Johnson, by the way, he's a Brooklyn kid. That's where he was born. Paul George down the other end. That's 18 points.
Westbrook flips it out to George. George open.
Not the dribble, not the pass.
Felton lost it. Kicks it out. George. George wide open and hits the 1-on-3.
Good transition D by the Knicks.
Paul George.
George at the great action here. Register right there. PG-13 short. Adams tapping it back. Ball said, okay.
They're doing something with it.
George jumping into the corners.
To go coast to coast in the paint, forced to give it up. Gets it back in the corner, launches up a free throw. He'll eat you out of house and home. George off balance. Westbrook inside. George gets it back. Favors comes out to get. George got away from O'Neal.
Back, not only on misses, but on makes. Here's George out front. He drills the three. A lot of credit. They've been extremely active defensively. Great ball movement. 19 seconds to go in the period. George got it.
Arenas with DeRozan on him. George squares up. Anthony fires that ball outside and everything but the finish, but another offensive rebound. No Adams.
Moves for that ball.
In transition, PG. Westbrook finds.
The bench is coming to done a solid job as well, too. They're knocking down the long 5 over 500.
George of the traffic on that side. The kick back outside. George from.
See now 63% on that miss by Devin Harris.
The kick out. George got it.
You're going to call that on one end. You got to call it on the other.
George out.
That three-point shooting ability was last year with the Nets. Right now, Ingram is better doing that in New York, and she's probably mad because Paul George spoiled her. His mom and dad sitting in the room.
George, yes, set it up, save. George pops. George from the top of the circle. Played on a switch by Griffin. George. Shot clock at 5. Here's George for 3.
Tyler Ulis starting out tonight defensively. Rolls down the baseline. George sets up for
Point happy. You're the Suns. You have a lead. One thing you don't.
George giving a little bit of room in the game. That streak is active. Felton kicks it outside.
He knocked it down.
George the straightaway three. And to a more active style of damage, Michael, in the paint for Portland. George double.
December when they were 12-3. George out of the corner.
George. 2 in a row.
Yeager was talking tonight outside the dressing room. George for 3. Got Robertson the offensive rebound. George triggering the way from his 3rd straight double-double.
Maybe he has a magnet on his hand.
PT blocked at one end.
Team. 5-point lead for the Thunder. George straight away. It's 1 for 2 from the line. Now 24 points shy of hitting net, not taking care of the defensive boards, which we've seen already early. Wide open 3, and he was behind the backboard, and he maneuvered out, meeting LeBron James. George for 3. Kicks it out to George. Nobody's been able to contain Paul George here in the first.
Like he should. Did not foul. It's a good look for PG-13.
Harris LeVert.
George will dance final seconds over Oubre.
9% here in this first half.
Reggie, they shot 31 in Dallas on Monday.
Paul George open. OKC. George, clock at 12 for George. Screen from Grant.
2 minutes until the half. 2 minutes.
Paul George.
Ability to shoot the 3 ball.
George off the screen.
Knocking it down.
Shot 4 of 21 that night. George for 3 at the buzzer. Is 8 of 20 from 3. Wide open triple here. George.
Focus right there to not foul also.
George for 3.
Followed by the opening ceremony February 9th on NBC.
off of missed free throws. And that's what we have you with us tonight. Wizards looking for their 28th win on the year. Paul George, as good as you can play him. Into the corner, George.
Here comes Westbrook on the move, kicks it out. George the triple. We've had a total of 10 free throws taken by both teams in this game.
Off the rollback.
Jokic had a triple-double against Dallas Saturday.
We're having an old-fashioned shootout here.
George. Here we go. Step back three.
Oh!